Alright, today we are headed to the art museum. We've got Phoebe here, and then Phoebe's dad, Tom, is back there. And Tom is here visiting for a little over a week, and so we are doing all the fun excursions. Phoebe, Tom, and I went to the Houston Museum of Fine Art, and the first thing we saw was this really cool installation that it was actually a tunnel from the parking garage, that it was so bizarre being in this light tunnel, because in person, when you looked at another human being in the light tunnel, they looked like they were in black and white. Like, you can't really see it in the video, but in real life, it looked like they were a black and white movie. We were mostly interested in the paintings, especially Tom, since Tom's an artist, but we just kind of wandered around through all these random installations that had nothing to do with paintings. And it was cool stuff, but by the time we finally found the paintings, I was kind of tired, and I guess I didn't get any footage of the actual factual paintings. But yeah, eventually I just kind of left them in the paintings and went and got an iced tea and sat in the sculpture garden and wrote, which was a lovely experience, but I was just kind of tired by that time. Alright, so I've just been driving around looking at trash piles such as that one right there. But so far I have not found anything that I really want. Show that dining room table to Phoebe just in case she wants it. You picked up the table?
I did pick up the table, yeah. Matt was about to be on a meeting, so my dad and I went and got it. I like it. I mean, I think it's a really nice table. It's a bit scratched and stuff, and one of the legs it's pretty wobbly. I think that's why it was out, because there's a wobbly leg that looks like it might be kind of hard to repair really well, but I'm thinking we can probably at least glue it and make it passable. And we looked at the couch, we sort of contemplated the couch, but it did have cushions, but the covers were off of them, and so you could see, like, it looked like it was a really nice couch, but it was just kind of like maybe something gross happened to it. It was hard to say, so and I don't think we could have lifted the couch by ourselves. So
you got the table and the ottoman there?
The ottoman's nice. Really very comfortable.
Nice.
Yeah, we got the ottoman. We're a little bit unsure, but I thought I could steam it and carpet clean it, and Matt suggested actually putting it in a big plastic bag with the ozone machine.
Oh.
So I don't know if I think that's sealed well enough, but I guess if we do it outside, it's not like it would be dangerous.
Yeah.
So we might try that.
My brother Matt works at NASA, and so he took us all on a tour of the Johnson Space Center. This room here was super cool. It has life-size mock-ups of all the different modules that make up the International Space Station, and it's where astronauts train, although, you know, I wasn't obviously not allowed to take videos of people working there.
So this is the Russian capsule, Soyuz. Situation passable by sea as well.
Matt is working on the Lunar Gateway, which is not in space yet, but eventually it's going to be similar to the ISS, only it's going to be orbiting the moon instead of the Earth. Matt's working on a system to put little RFID tags on like everything that's up there. So basically it's so that astronauts don't lose things. Honestly, like, that's actually been a huge issue on the International Space Station, because basically every year more stuff gets sent up and it accumulates in the small space, and it gets shoved in the storage spaces, you know, behind other stuff. You have to move everything if you want to get it, and like a lot of stuff just gets lost. So we kind of got to see some of his handiwork, because this one module here is a mock-up of a module that's going to be on the Lunar Gateway, and this gray square here represents one of the antennas for the RFID system.
And So this is for getting them to up there and home. So the heat shield here, like, it absorbs all the heat and sort of ablates off so that they don't burn up.
So this is when, in the old days, showing the capsule coming through the sky and hitting the ocean. This is what they're in.
Right. It's not the exact same design,
Right,
but it's very.
yeah.
It's the same concept.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah.
Man, that looks kind of
So
severe.
So
That looks really uncomfortable.
basically, yeah. When you take off, you're sort of lying back in there. Part of the conversation we're always having is, okay, when it's time for a manned mission, how much of that stuff comes up down here? Because they don't want to pay for the weight, but they also don't want to wait necessarily until the logistics module to have this stuff. And so, how much do they need?
Because they want it to be fresh before
Right.
the other. How long would they have to wait if it comes on logistics module?
A week
Okay.
or so. Or another thing is, there are certain capabilities that might not be available till later, so they have to use them here, like a toilet.
A toilet?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a toilet in there somewhere?
I believe it or not, yeah.
Where?
I'm not sure.
So Matt, could that toilet thing on top be a toilet? Like, could it
That
be
might
upside
be.
down?
In zero gravity, it very easily could do that.
I just looked over at my seat and saw that there are like band-aids right here. What the bunny slipper? Where did those band-aids come from? I have not injured myself. Those have to be some old band-aids, man.